I would like to share with you 7 things that cost less than $100 that have been a big help to my video production process over the past 1 year. If you've gone through my videos, most of them are about making the most of what you have or can afford, so I hope this will be helpful to you. The first item is the magic arm. I have 2 types, one with 1/4-inch screws on each side and one with a clamp on one side instead of the 1/4-inch screw. I love these things, although they do come with their own limitations, which I'll mention in a moment. I first bought this one without the clamp. Now it's a pretty good magic arm, but you have to find a mounting point where you can screw it in, and that became a limitation. So I got the one with the clamp by Newer, and I use it a lot more. The fact that it has a clamp on one end means that I can mount it almost anywhere, at a desk, above my monitor, on a tripod leg. It just makes me faster and more creative. The load capacity isn't great. I use these mainly for lights, microphones, and action cameras, things that fall within that weight limit. I've not had much joy using these to mount camera monitors. They tend to droop once you add a heavy battery. These are pretty affordable, costing between $26 to $29. The next item is a cable clamp by Small Rig. I was having trouble managing cables running to and from my camera, so I got these. They come in a pack of 4 in this little box. They're really small and weigh about 6 grams. This is the clamp mechanism, and there's a silicone bed that can clamp cables with a diameter between 2 and 7 millimeters. On the other end is a 1/4-inch screw, which helps with mounting to your cage if you have one. It makes your build look really clean. It might be easy to mount, but it's pretty hard to lock for thicker cables. So I swapped my thicker cables for thinner ones, which might be a limitation. However, they do go for $20 for one pack of 4. Pricey to some, but it's been worth it so far. The next thing is a card reader, and it was an afternoon of suffering that made me buy this one. One afternoon, after a dual camera shoot that lasted 4 hours, I had to copy each card using my single laptop card reader, and it took ages. So I bought this pro-grade dual slot SD card reader. It seemed a bit pricey when I bought it, I must admit, but it's proven to be worth every penny. With the dual slots, I can mount 2 SD cards at the same time, which is great for my workflow. It has a USB 3.2 Gen 2 connection speed, which makes transfers really fast. This card reader comes in a small package. It's a very sturdy unit with some weight on it. Now the weight is enhanced because it has a magnet at the back, so you can mount it somewhere like the back of your laptop as you make transfers. Mine is usually on the table leg while at home. It costs around $80 but goes on sale regularly for about $67. Next is a set of 4 macro filters, and these are a great accessory to have in your kit. They help you get great extreme close-up shots that make your videos more interesting. This is a 77mm set that I bought for a little over $20. I made an in-depth video about them. Please tag the top of your screen or check the description below to watch that. Now the next thing is not one thing, it's actually 2 of them. I want to talk about small lights. The first one is the Docker Light portable light, which is a tiny LED light with an internal battery that can last maybe 2 to 3 hours on full blast. For this light, I mostly use around 15 to 50% brightness, and it works really well. Because of its size, it can fit in tiny spaces or mounted almost anywhere, which is a pretty great asset. It also has some horseshoe mounts on the sides. It has 2 scroll wheels at the top. One is for adjusting brightness and the other is for color temperature. It's a bi-color light. It also features some effects like ambulance blinking lights or TV screen effects. It charges via USB-C, which is convenient, so you can use pretty much any power bank to charge this thing. It has a 1/4-inch mount at the bottom, so you can set it up on your camera or a light stand. It also has a magnetic back. This light is very convenient and it's pretty cheap too. So if you need to light small spaces or install practical lights for a scene or background, these are great. The next light is this one that looks like a flashlight. This is a Small Rig RF10C, an LED light that offers you spotlight and cookie features, which in the past would have cost you quite a bit to get on set. Now, it's very handy for creating interesting backgrounds at an affordable price for the regular person, and I did a video talking about it more in detail. Check the link in the description. You might notice a bit of a change in the audio. I'm using this Taxter SGC 600 shotgun microphone to record this bit. Now, if you've had problems with sound, then you know what it means to always be searching for something to fix it. I was of course in that position, looking for a budget option. This is a 75-gram shotgun mic by Taxter, which turns out to be a major manufacturer of audio tools and systems. Now, when I saw it, I liked its look, except for the branding, which I changed from white to black. It turned out to be a great microphone for on-camera audio recording. In fact, like I said, I'm recording this very section using this mic. So you can let me know how it sounds in the comments. I've used it on several shoots with great results. It has a super cardioid microphone, which is slimmer than I expected, but it does a great job to pick up sounds from even 10 feet away. It's powered by one AA battery, which can last over 100 hours, they say, because I use rechargeable batteries. I don't have to worry about an internal battery fading away over the years. It has this shock-proof mount that's great if you're doing run-and-gun shoots to absorb those vibrations. At the back are some manual controls. You can turn it on and off, adjust volume sensitivity, and also you can switch on the low cut switch, which helps you control background noises. One of the two quirks with this microphone is that the 3.5mm cable is permanently attached to the unit. So if it breaks, I'll be out of luck. So I'm doing my best to preserve it. Second quirk is that if your camera has auto gain control, your volume rises and a background hiss can develop when using this mic. So I had to lower my camera's internal mic sensitivity to get this mic to work for me. But I know there's some cameras which offer more flexibility. You don't have to worry about AGC. So please keep that in mind before buying this. Now it goes for $31, although I got it for a bit less on sale, and it's been an amazing investment. The last item is the newer NW35 adjustable suspension boom scissor mic arm. I have no idea who came up with that name, but it's a mouthful. Name aside, this is a really well-made mic stand. As it says in the name, you can adjust the height and angle of the boom arm. It has a tightening knob to lock the boom arm once it's in place. It's lightweight and lean. I mean, you can carry it around with these. And adding this clamp to the base makes it easy to mount on most tables. It's made from all steel and comes with cable straps, which helps you tie down your cables. Its load capacity is about 3.3 pounds or 1.5 kilograms. I haven't mounted anything that heavy, but I've been experimental using it. I've used it to mount my small lights in different ways, and I've also put an action camera on it, which is actually a great hack for overhead shots. But of course I also use it to mount microphones, and this one especially lives on the mic stand. It's an Olympus LS10, an old school audio recorder from 2009. It still works like new, and I do most of my voiceover using it. I am working on a very special video about it, so if you'd like to watch that, please subscribe. So which one on that list was your favorite? Let me know in the comments, and also share some of your gear hacks while at it. Now to learn more about macro filters, watch this video. And if you're looking for another gear story, watch this other video. I'll see you on the next frame.